morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you might be. My name is Marva B. I'm the CEO and founder of Black Link Magazine, and this is the Black Link Experience. And I'm so excited for this interview today. We want to welcome our guest, Lil Zane. Welcome to Black Link Magazine.
Thank you for having me. How you doing today?
Doing well. Thank you for coming. I know you guys are busy, so we do not take it for granted that you took the time to talk to us. So thank you.
And thank you for having us. We're excited to be here.
Yeah, so let's get into this interview. Let's talk about everything that you have going on. But before we get into the acting part, we know that Lil Zane is a rapper, hip hop, come from the hip hop culture. And so let's talk about what I would like for you to do, Lil Zane, is just go ahead and introduce yourself to the people. Let them know who you are and what you do.
First of all, my name is Lil Zane, aka Zane Copeland Jr. I was born in Yonkers, New York, raised in Atlanta. Hip hop artist. You know, you might know me from songs like Anywhere with 112, Calling Me with 112, Hardball with Lil Wayne and Bow Wow.
Yes.
I did movies with Beyonce, Fighting Temptation, Dr. Dolittle 2, Finding Forrester with the late Sean Connery, and now I'm a star on BMF series produced by 50 Cent.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. You know, I'm always happy to see our culture, our Black men, especially working and having, you know, those reoccurring roles. And, you know, congratulations for BMF for your second season. Yay. Woo! Let's go. Let's work. So excited. So Zane, let's talk about how you connected. First of all, you come from rapping into the acting world. Let's talk about how that worked for you, why you even went in. I know a story kind of behind you had, you know, you going into the acting scene. Let's talk about you, you know, coming out of the hip hop culture of rapping and music into the world of film and TV.
Well, coming out you know, coming from hip hop and crossing over into acting was kind of like a natural thing for me because I actually started acting first. I off doing music first, but I actually started doing theater before I did music. I was in a play called Mad Hearts out of Atlanta when I first, you know, when I was a kid. And so acting, that sparked the acting bug, and music just being a hip hop entertainer. And, you know, I did songs at 112. We sold millions of records. I dropped a solo album called Young World the Future, and it did really, really good, really well. And from that, I was able to, you know, kind of jump myself into films. And I was given the first opportunity to do a film, my first film with Sean Connery, Final Destination. And it kind of like, you know, once you do this film thing, you kind of just get the bug. You know, the pay is better. They pay on time, you know. So I was like, hold up. This rap thing, I'm still waiting for checks from like a year ago. But this movie stuff, they pay you on time, up front, you know. They over a minute, you get extra. You know, like, Mom, I could get used to this movie stuff right here. So
yeah, but did you have to do any extra acting classes? I know that I've talked to like some really seasoned people that's always been in film and acting, and they say they stayed training, stayed.
You took the words out of my mouth. I was gonna say, even to this day, I keep a trainer, I keep a acting coach. I have a female acting coach, I have a male acting coach to try to give all points, all point of views. And you know, and I stay and I watch a lot of television. And the best way is to learn. I watch a lot of television. You know, but when I say watch a lot, it's not like I watch it. I'm just like a couch potato. It's more like I can't watch a movie without studying it. I'm looking at the way the angles are shot. I'm looking at how long they paused after they said this. So I'm studying. It's hard to watch a movie with me because did you see that? Did you see the way he looked at him? I'm excited about everything. I like all type of movies. Suspense, romantic, comedy, funny, like whatever it is, horrors. I can get into it all because you know, I try to go, and I'm honest with myself. So I try to find a little bit of my character, each of my character or any character inside of me. And I think, going from the music, when you do music, you have to pronunciate and you have to be clear. You have to, you know, you could say, I'm going to the store. You could say, I'm going to the store. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it teaches you different ways, different flows. And I think I carried that over into film.
Right.
just projecting and the timing and hey, you know, this scene is only supposed to be a minute, so you can't drag it out too long. When we doing music, you're rapping so fast, you're like, okay, I can say a lot in a minute.
Yeah.
You know?
But it's levels to this. It's levels to this. So for
Yeah.
people that want to get into the business, you got to understand that it's just not walking in, going to audition, I get the job.
You know how many auditions you get no. I mean, audition, you know how many no's you get to get one yes. So, you know, and it's not necessarily that you wasn't good for the part. It's like really, you know, it's timing. It's did you have the look for it, the voice that they were looking for? You know, when you get these films and you do these movies, they have something specifically they're looking for, but they need to audition 50 million people to find that one. So,
Yeah.
so I don't put myself down about not getting something or whatever, because I know now being on the other side of it, because I do my own films too and I write stuff and write scripts. So I understand that, you know, there's only a certain amount of characters in the movie. I can't put everybody, you know, and so you get that once you learn the back end of it, you understand why certain things didn't happen or why they happened the way they happened. Because you understand it's a whole lot more that goes to it than just me walking in saying, I want this role. You get what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that you said that because people get frustrated when they get told no. And we always talk about you're going to get a billion no's before you get that yes, but not to quit, because as soon as you quit, it's going to be that next thing that could have given you that yes. Don't take
Amen.
it personal. It's just business. It just wasn't for you at that moment.
I was doing TV in New York at one time, and I saw this line. I went to get some lunch, and I saw a line in front of this McDonald's, a long, super long line. I'm like, what are they doing? He's like, oh, it's a movie audition. And I'm like, I had never did a movie before. I'm like, man, I gotta go. So I went in, I cut the line, cut about 200-300 people. Excuse me. And can I audition for this real quick? What y'all shooting over there? And
Didn't even know.
crazy enough, it was a movie with Sean Connery.
Yeah, that's the movie. And that was
So
your first one, right?
yeah, the first one I landed, and I don't know how I ended up with an agent and all that, but for some reason it happened so fast. Like I got the audition. Then when they called back and said, you know, you got the part, I think I went through finding an agent real quick, and you know, so fast. It happens super fast. But that definitely is a story of just taking a leap and believing in myself and just being ready and not being scared.
Stay
Not
ready.
being not being scared to be told no, you know?
Be able to accept that. That's right. But on the music side, you have been compared to Tupac. Let me tell you something about that. Legend, love him. But I listened to some of your music and I was like, that remind me of Tupac. Tell me about how you felt when people say, you know, compare you to such a legend in the game.
You know, it's I always took it as a compliment. Being compared to Tupac, one of the best people in the industry, one of the best people the best to ever do it. You know, some people say Drake,
I
some
think
people,
so.
say Wayne, some people say Future, some people say Eminem, Jay-Z, Biggie, but over here we're Pac fans, you know? So I just, you know, I always grew up with a basketball player state of mind. Like every player you see Kobe wanted to be Jordan. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, Kobe wanted to be Jordan. So I was the Kobe of the music industry. Pop, I wanted to be Jordan.
Yeah.
And I was the only artist that actually probably in our lifetime really actually met Pac and hung with Pac and got a blessings from Pac. And actually Pac said, you remind me of me growing up.
I remember the story.
So when he told you that, when he tells a kid this, when you tell a kid this, in my mind, it's like, I mind you. Now I'm watching everything you doing. I'm trying to do it not like you, better than you.
Yeah.
A kid is trying to be better than Jordan. He wants to be like Jordan at first, but once he meets Jordan and plays with Jordan, he wants to be better than Jordan. He's not about just being like Jordan no more. When Kobe started playing Jordan, he wanted to be better than Jordan. Yeah. So I'm not trying to preach, but so once I got in the game, I came in with, let me just try to compare myself to the best. And getting a blessing from Pac like that, you know, being accepted by the Outlaw. I got songs with the Outlaws.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm not out here pretending to be something I'm not.
Right.
These guys still talk to me to this day. Yeah. We talk. hey, what's up? What's going on?
Yeah. I love
So
it.
it's not like some little kid out of here. This is not like the other rappers. They didn't even know these people. They didn't even know, didn't know his mom.
Right.
D was, I was the baby boy of, you know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like, if Pac was still alive, I would probably been signed with Machiavelli Records.
Yeah.
I never looked at it as a bad thing, but I understand people were so hurt and miss Pac so much that, you know, I was just trying to fill a void that I was missing too. You
Yeah.
know,
So,
so
did you get a lot of backlash on it, or
it's,
saying that you were trying to be?
I always laugh. I say, yo, y'all buying this ish. Y'all selling 3-4 million records. And I'm like, but you complaining that is anybody complaining Kobe tries to play like Jordan? You know what I'm saying? And I just felt like, but I understood what it was. I understood that they missed him. And I understood I was a kid then. I was still trying to find myself. So
Yeah.
now I took a lot of time off. So now here comes the bridge. Here comes the gap. I
Right.
took a gap and I went back and everything I thought I knew about music, I unlearned it.
Oh,
You know what? People love Lil Zane, but the only thing they could ever say is, oh, he remind me of Tupac, try to be Tupac. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna take some time off and we're gonna change the narrative. You're gonna go take singing lessons, you're gonna go take lessons, you're gonna take acting lessons, you're gonna take vocal lessons, you're gonna take writing lessons. Matter of fact, I stopped writing for about 2 years and I met a young dude that I loved the way he wrote and he did his hooks. And I said, when I come back in the game, I want to be the hook master. I want to be the person everybody goes. I want to be the rap Chris Brown. And so for 10 years, I ducked out and I went to the studio every day for 10 years, but I worked on my new style. And it took me to stop writing for a minute and just listen to what the hell was going on for about 2 years.
right.
Like, oh, that's the flow. Okay, that's the new melody. Okay, he doubled it right there. Okay, he tripled his syllables right here. Okay, now I go back in and I'm trying to do that in my way, because now here's the challenge. You got your way that they know you for. You got your new way that the world is doing. Now I got that shit to where nobody's trying to say, oh, he's just doing what these new cats are doing. He sounds like everybody else. Right. So now I find a medium to where I can give you me, but still give you the new, it still has to sound like modern. Right. So I think I went and mastered that. Now you hear my new single. I got a new single and a new video that just dropped on the same day as the first episode dropped. It's called 3:25 a.m. And 3:25 a.m. is the new Lil Zane on steroids. Like, but you still, I was telling somebody on my live this morning, I'm a lyricist. So a lot of lyricists aren't shining nowadays though, because they're not melodic enough. They're not shining for the young kids. So I know every Biggie, Pop, Jay-Z lyric there is back to back. I'm a lyricist. But what I did for these last 10 years when I took a break off is I study melodies, I study rhythms, I study simplicity. You know what I'm saying? People don't know. People don't know. I write for Winn-Dixie. I write jingles for Winn-Dixies. Buy low. If you go to the store in the South called Buy Low, I write jingles for Buy Low. So I went from writing raps to writing jingles. To write a jingle, you got to be catchy.
Wow.
411 pain. Jingles are catchy.
I like that.
How to simplify it and make it catchy, but still keep that lyricist side of me. So in this new album, people are not going to be able to say, you get this new album, I'm singing on this new album. You're not going to hear the album and say, oh, that's Lil Zane. No, if you're coming for the old Lil Zane on this album, you're not going to get it. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So is it still Lil Zane though?
Oh, it's always forever Lil Zane. It's forever Lil Zane. Okay. I mean, Lil Zane is like Dow soap. It never changes. It's like, yo, HBO didn't change. They just turned up to the max. Now it's HBO Max.
That's right.
So it's Zane on Max. It's Zane on steroids.
Come on, Lil Zane.
You know what I'm saying? Young lady, beautiful over there. It's really 50 done turned on. He done turned the pressure up on him. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I love it. So
It's Sockie in real life, baby.
Sockie, that's Sockie. So 3:25 a.m. So is it out there on all streaming platforms right now?
On all streaming platforms, Apple Music, iTunes, video on YouTube, Vivo, 3:25 a.m. I'm going to radio in about 2 weeks. I'll be going for radio ads. We taking over the world.
Come on, I'm gonna be watching for you.
And I'm dropping a new video called Rolly at 9 p.m. on 10/17, right after the BMF series. I got a new video dropping called Rolly. So that's 2 videos in damn near 3 weeks from Lil Zane that y'all get. Two new singles. And Rolly, both singles are available right now at Apple Music. Rolly and 3:25 a.m. So it's movies, TV shows. I got a movie with Reginae Carter coming out right now.
Oh, really?
I'm boxed in. I'm starring in. Come on, we not playing.
You working. Go get your bag, Lil Zane.
Come on, man.
So let's talk about BMF. Let's talk about what's going down on this Sunday. You got booked for a second season. I'm excited about it. Love the story, the plot, the everything. Let's talk about BMF. How did you get connected to this?
Man, BMF was really a dream come true. They had been auditioning for about 2 years before I even went and auditioned. But some told me not to ever go to those first auditions because I just like it was kind of filler to kind of see what the world was feeling. And I know he wanted just to get some real people. He wanted new, fresh talent. So I understood why he did those auditions. He really did a world tour. This is the only TV show that did like a world tour audition.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
He did his thing. We
got people from London in this show.
Yeah.
The dude that ours from UK. When he talks regular, he's like, hey mate, like his whole language is different. He don't talk like that in real life.
Right. I think so he has his dialect changes in this movie.
Yeah. So being a part of this BMF and just getting on, because you asked me how we get on.
Yes.
First of all, just I did a movie with Tasha Smith called When Love Kills. Her Lance Gross and Lil Mama, the movie Lil Mama played the stripper.
Right.
And I had a small part in that. I played a DJ, but she used to see me in the corner on set, just like practicing that one line 50,000 times. Like one quick 5-second line, like coming to the stage, Lil Mama, come out right now. And it was like that one line, I was just trying to make sure I killed it because I'm like, okay, it's my chance to be back. People ain't seen me in a minute. I gotta make sure I kill it. I guess she noticed that because as an actor, you gotta notice like, yo, this dude really over there putting in that work. It's one line, but he giving it like he's taking this opportunity like it's his last opportunity. So when I auditioned for BMF and and tell you the truth, man, I quit auditioning. I quit auditioning for a minute. I got so discouraged with all the like no's and stuff that it was messing with my self-esteem for a while. And I'm a confident, happy person. So it started like messing with my self-esteem a little bit. Like I forgot the rule. You got to do this audition and just forget about it. But imagine doing 300 auditions and you ain't booking none of them.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
it's real.
And it was starting to mess with my self-esteem and my confidence. So I said, you know what? I need something to boost my confidence back up. I'm gonna write my own TV series. I'm gonna write my own series. Matter of fact, what's the #1 TV series in the world? Power? Okay. I'm gonna make my TV show like Power meets such and such. Power meets Menace to Society or something like that. And I put it together. I can't give it away. But
okay.
Together. In the TV show, I wrote this TV show. Then that led to me writing another one and writing another movie. By the time I turned around, I had like about 20, 30 scripts, TV shows, game shows, reality shows. I'm like, okay, if they're not gonna give me a job, I'm gonna create my job.
Right.
I'm gonna be able to give people jobs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I love it.
So instead of getting discouraged, let me work harder. So I was prepared to, I got prepared. I was having table readings, everything to shoot this TV series that I'm still, it's still happening now. And hopefully it'll be with stars, you know? And we're working now. So I put this series together and I had table readings for it. I had a date to shoot. I was going to shoot it January 15th. Booked BMF in December and they said, you're going to be shooting January 21st. I'm back, but it made it better because I said, I know what God's doing. He's pushing this back. So when it is ready, I'm gonna be bigger than life. I want to be bigger than life. So because before I was shooting a TV show trying to get people around me that were even more popular than me, because I know you need that poster to go to the networks. You need to be like, I got him and he's in this movie right now. And now I still get that, but now it's like Sockie from BMF is in it. He's starring in
it. Yeah, that's right.
The 50,
God has a plan. He has a plan.
And so like 50. So it's a pleasure working with it. And I'm gonna tell you something. In 2010, I told my best friend, it's my manager now, Big D. He's one of my managers. I said, yo, 50's gonna be the one to bring me back.
You called it, you put it out there.
I'll tell you to this day, I'll pull up. Is Big D here? Oh, he's not? Okay. I'll listen, he'll tell you. Or two. Told the story many times before. Big D, hey Big D, 50's gonna be the one to bring me back, bro. He's a cancer like me. He's a, you know, I even had a small, not problem, but one of 50's old artists had said something about me on a record. And I never I'm not gonna say his name, Young Buck, one of his old artists. I'm shout out to Young Buck, but I never responded really to the record. I never responded. My fans is like, oh, you scared of Young Buck. Oh, you scared of him. You won't respond. In my mind, I swear to God to you, in my mind, I knew that I was gonna run into 50, and I'm like, 50 like me. He ride with his people. Right. If I go after them, then 50 might have no choice but to just start dissing me because he want to let his boy know he got his back. Yeah, that's how cancers is. We loyal like that. Yeah. So I said, shut up, because I got bigger plans with your boss, dog.
Smart. That's brilliant.
Your boss ain't dissing me, you dissing me. So I got bigger plans with it. I got bigger plans with the big dog. I don't kill my blessing. So I'm gonna take them slaps because I got a plan.
Yeah, and it worked.
When they do the backtrack and they do the paperwork and the paper trail, damn, he didn't ever respond. Damn, he played his cards. So by the time my name came across, now I might be totally wrong. Mm-hmm. But I feel like all that plays a part in me being on this show, because it's like, what if my name would have came across the desk and it's like, yo, remember in 2000 when Zane had said this about Fit Boom? I didn't say nothing. It wasn't I was scared. It wasn't nothing. It was just that I'm thinking ahead of time.
You have to always stay thinking ahead.
I'm like, nah, I'm good, because the plan I got for me, I'm gonna be with them. I'm gonna be with them. They just don't know it. They just don't know. That's and anybody around you would tell me that's how Zane think. Sometimes people be like, you should do this, you do this. And I'd be like, no, bro, watch how things work out. Watch when you do you and you don't worry about nothing else and you just stay positive and nobody can say I talked about nobody. I didn't talk bad. 50 the king at controversy. I didn't choose that route because I said, you know what? Silence sometimes is the loudest.
That's it. Say nothing. Sometimes you don't have to say nothing.
People, oh, Zane's done. He's washed up. He's out of there. He'll never be back. And I'll shake people's hands and be like, yo, remember you? Didn't you used to be famous? Didn't you used to? Imagine if you're in the studio every day of your life and you walking out, somebody said, didn't you used to rap? And you're like, I just came from the studio for 8 hours. I just paid $100,000 an hour for a studio for somebody to tell you, didn't you still used to rap? And I still say, yeah, I did, man. Nice to meet you. Got some new stuff coming out soon, man. I hope you check it out. Because I knew in the back of my mind,
you got brain.
I'm like that dude that hustle and flow. It ain't over for me.
Hey. Yeah, yeah.
That's why that's one of my favorite movies, because it reminds me of me so much. Like, I'm not finna let this world stop me. And it take one person to notice and you out of here. And I always told my people that, I said, it take one person, bro.
Yeah.
It take one person to notice what I'm doing and say and recognize it. And that was 50, and that was Tasha, and that was Randy, and that was Ian, and I thought it was gonna be one person. It was 50 people.
Yeah. See, but you have to stay thinking ahead of the game, because time is still ticking. And then what happens now, what you do now is going to matter in the future. People you cross, you might need them in the future. So
you know why I run 5 miles a day? I run 5 miles a day every day. You know why?
I need to run 5 miles a day.
But I'm not doing this to brag. I do this because when I'm driving down the street and I see these old people walking and running and stuff, they 60, 70, I'm like, they don't want to do that. The doctor told them he had to do that.
Right.
You gonna die if you do that. So they like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm smart enough to be like, let me do it now.
Yeah.
Let me do the hard work when no one's looking.
That's it. Ooh.
That's the show. Let me do the hard work with nobody looking. I'm gonna hit the gym every day. I run 5 miles a day, do 1,000 pushes, and hit the gym for an hour every day. But I don't get on social media. Oh, that's what I do. I just work in silence. I work in silence.
That's the best. I think that's best.
When he see me, first thing 50 said when he see me, I see you been in that gym, boy.
Yeah.
First thing 50 said when he see me, hey boy, I see you, boy. I see. I'm looking at the replay. I'm looking at the playback. And I'm like, that's what I do it for. I do the hard work when no one looking. So when it looks effortless. To my dog, it looked like my dog just do this. He don't know I rehearsed 80 hours for that. To him, it just looked like my dog, the right person.
That's so brilliant. I mean, you got it. You're so brilliant. So anyway, oh my God, I could talk to you forever.
Oh, Miss Martha, I don't know it all.
But what you've done is you set yourself up whenever I'm thinking back and you said, I have to create my own opportunities because wasn't nobody giving me an opportunity. And now look at you. Look what you're doing now.
If you don't feed yourself, you can't expect a handout. If you're not helping yourself, no one's gonna help you. I really was in Atlanta putting together my own TV show, and people that know me know students serious. And I think that just the powers that be and the laws of attraction, God knew. Yes. God knew it's time. Because is he gonna wait around for me to do something and wait around for everybody else, or is he gonna believe in himself, believe in me, and do it? And my crew knew. I went and opened up credit cards. I went and cleaned my credit up. I got my credit up to 800 score, and I'm like, yo, I'm finna go get me some money for a movie and do my own movie. And step by step, everybody just seen it happen. And like, whoa, here's the script. Okay, here's the call time. Okay, here's the casting date. Okay, here's the table reading. People's like, wow. And
I love your drive. Yeah.
15 days away from shooting, I got the call. Okay, we're gonna do it January 15th. Then I got a call January 1st from BMF. Hey, we're shooting on 21st. And I had to make that call to my guys, like, hey guys, we're not gonna be shooting today. Oh man, you know why? Yeah.
I love it. And one more thing about the rap thing, and then we got to move on. What about you and Bow cool?
Me and Bow Wow, yes, and I love Bow Wow. I don't know if he likes me, but I love Bow Wow. Man, I love everybody, man.
Okay, all right. Let's talk about Sockie.
Talk about Sockie, man.
Tell me. What did you have to do to get in that mode? Let's talk about BMF. BMF it's about family, it's about love, it's about loyalty. Yes. And it's about, like, I'm just really quick to the audience that's watching is that, these brothers was raised up in a home with a mother and a father, but poverty, they wanted to do better for their families. And, they turned, and this is a true story, y'all. They turned to, the streets and selling drugs and became like these big people. And so let's talk about what Sockie's part is in this, and let's just kind of elaborate on the plot and the story behind this.
Okay, well, Sockie's one of the 50 boys. Yeah. And Sockie, to me, because one thing about TV is everybody has their own view. It's a million ways to look at it, but to me, Sockie is like, he's almost like the third brother. He's like the third brother. He's kind of like the, you got Meech, you got Terry, but if you notice in the first, second, third episode, it's like, hey, Sockie, put somebody on my family. Hey, Sockie calls him, hey, I just saw your sister down at the arcade in Visca. Oh, no, she's supposed to be at the crib. Well, I just seen her at the arcade. What you want me to do? Like, so he's always, the mom comes in, the dad, don't think I don't see your goons following us when he was in the hospital.
Yep.
Following us. Cause it's like, because the whole time I'm like, where's Sockie at? But I had to remember myself, oh, that's where Saki's at. I'm following the family. So it's just little hints that the writers drop that you see Sockie, like, Sockie is like the muscle in the muscle in the attitude of the crew. Sockie don't smile a lot. You see I smile like this in real life. That's why I love this character, because anybody that knows me knows I'm such a cool dude. I laugh, I enjoy life. But when you see Sockie on set, I gotta be like, hey y'all, I'm Sockie today. Don't get offended if I'm looking at you crazy, don't get offended. I'm just in character.
You're just in your character.
Yes, yeah. Not that much.
Yeah. Earlier I talked to Holmes, and I was asking him, I said, how do you stay in character? How is it hard for you to get out of character once they say cut? Or do you walk in that until you guys have wrapped the whole season?
I think it's easy for me to go in and out of it, because I just this is the first TV show that you get to actually play real guys. Like, this isn't a made up story. This is a real person. These people are still alive now, some of these people. So the more you try to act, it kind of messes it up. You get what I'm saying? I think you gotta, of course you gotta have acting skills like timing and, but as far as just the essence of just the, like you said, was it hard to get into the character? No, because I feel like I'm a real ninja. I'm a real ninja.
Yeah.
So these are real ninjas. So be yourself, but like I told you, HBO, to the max. Just be these were to the max. So, I might have $5, they might have 5 million. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, just be still real ninjas. So I just tried to look at it at that point. Like, these are really real guys that have moms, dad, they love their crew. Yeah. So the simple you keep it, and I just try to act like how I am with my crew at home. Like, the love that I got for my guys, the love I got for my mom, the love I got for my homeboys. I was just like, you know what? Bring that to the set.
Yeah.
Bring that. And I think you see that in my character too. Like, Sockie, Sockie would die for these cats. Sockie's
loyal.
So the first thing my characters say is, why they hire this country B anyway? That's the first going off from the top. The time you see going off. So, but he's going off with a purpose. Like, why are you going against Meech's word? Why are you? So if you peep my character, it kind of like he be title telling a little bit, it seemed like but it's really his loyalty to Meech and him. He's like, yo, you trying to tell you for Meech to get here, he ain't gonna like that. So Meech pull up and he's like, hey, what's going on? Yo, she over here cutting prices like it's Black Friday. Like, he ain't scream on me after that. I mean, he kind of screamed on us, but you get what I'm saying? Like,
I get it. And you're right. I think it's really, these were their real lives. And a lot of us come from where they come from. Like, we come from the inner city. We come from poverty. We come from selling drugs to, helping people in our community because we came up. A lot of us come from that. And so I feel like it's really like everybody, I think I heard this in another interview, is that any race, any culture can get a little bit of something out of that. Like, I had a mom and daddy at home, but I wasn't making the choices that my mother and father raised me to make. I was in the street, whatever. Right. So I think, would you agree that whoever you are, whatever walk of life you come from, that you can get something out of this movie that relates to your bringing up, your life?
Definitely. You don't have to be a drug dealer. You don't have to be, from Detroit to understand and relate to this story, because this is a story of, the average American family, man, that's out here just trying to make it. The mom and dad, they were good mom and dads. They wasn't bad influences. So we can't control everything. I did some things my mom and dad probably weren't out of growing up, but that don't mean they made me do it. They raised me really good. I just chose to do certain things to take my own path. So this is about a story about two kids that just decided their own path.
That's right.
And at the end of the day, it was only in their mind to help their family and to see around them doing better. That's why he says, Mom, you said God helps in mysterious ways. Well, maybe I am the mysterious way. Listen, whoever wrote that, I fell out on the floor when he said that. That's what it said to my mom. Like, maybe I'm the mysterious way. Like, it's fiction in his face when he said it. It's like you believe he meant that.
Yeah, and that brings me to the next question, because the characters have to have their emotions in their parts. I think every character that plays in this TV show, there's some type of emotion. You got to have emotion and drive in it. And when I look at the trailers, I'm like, they're playing those roles because it's easy to take your real life, like you said, and bring it to set.
So, and you can't. And crazy, you caught that. You got to remember emotionally where this person would be at that point. Because if you forget that at 1 minute, it's not going to come off as real as it was. Like when he said that, maybe I am the mysterious way. He meant that. Like even me.
Yeah.
And even the mom, even as a mom sitting at home, it was funny, but you like, wow. Like you told your kids like that. Maybe it's just some mysterious way God to make it happen. Well, maybe I am the mysterious way because all this
right.
I paid the mortgage, the money's here. Well, maybe this is God, Mom.
Yeah.
You know,
and I also like the fact that, we are not teaching kids to go out and sell drugs, and this is not what this is about. This is about people's real life and what really happened in their life. And I think that what we can do is the viewers can pull out the good in this. Yeah, they were selling drugs or whatever, but they also went and helped in their community. They also went and helped people in their community.
Yes, they did. They was helping the food trucks. They was, he did a lot of charity type of events in this hood. Yeah. They don't really know that Meech was feeding a lot of people. You got to think of all the clubs he went to, all the clubs in real life Big Meech went to, and they spending so much money in the clubs. Some of these girls is retired now. Some of these strippers retired. Some of these bartenders got 100,000 that night. Quit that day and go open up a business. So this man, this family, this group of so-called thugs that the world try to lock up for 30 years, these people employed over 200, 300 people. People to this day still in great positions because of two brothers that wasn't stingy. That wasn't stingy. That's why.
And that was the good part about it. Like, I don't want people to think this is just me on the outside looking in, because I've lived these, not that hard of a life, but I've done some things that my parents ain't proud of. And when you see people giving back, and then you see people that have benefit from it, down the road, still to this day, like
think of it now. Now that we're doing this show is a $500 million show. Maybe even more now because we're number one. You know what I mean? People that to this day he's still feeding.
Yes.
And I don't want to go too deep on it, but it's like I look at it like that. Like even now to this day, from a jail cell.
Yes.
This man, I mean, if I go down the employee list for BMF stars, it got to be over 500,000. He employed all. Yeah. I get his story got everybody a job, huh?
Everybody.
And,
okay, so
and that's real. I never even thought about that. That's amazing. How, and I didn't mean to cut you off, but just amazing, like you said later, how it is. He is still doing good in the community and really changing lives.
That's right, and that's the blessing in it.
Big Meech, man, definitely.
Yeah. So I want to shout out to 50, to everybody that work on Tasha, everybody, Lala, everybody, Snoop, Tell me about how it is coming on set every day and working with some of these iconic people.
Yes, man. Just working with Snoop. Man, I just see Snoop on the red carpet. I've been friends with Snoop for a long time. It's man. It's like So just being able to be in, training. He's training day, So
yeah.
Be on the carpet and on screen with Snoop and Steve and Wood Harris, and Lala. Shout out to it's amazing, man. Like so many stars. So Russell Hornsby, amazing. I liked that Thug movie, the Thug movie that he had recently. I love his acting, and I'm just glad to be a part of it, man. 50 is a amazing person, man. Like I said, it's that cancer. I feel like it's that July baby, man. You just, it's rarely in this lifetime meet a guy like. And
people have a lot of good stuff to say about 50 Cent, and I'm so glad that he was able to provide an opportunity for people like us that look like us and give people opportunity. What do you want people to get out of this movie? What's the biggest message that you want to send, Sockie or Lil Zane? What do you want to send to the people that are watching?
As Sockie, the character, I want to send a message. I hope people get from this message that these guys were, regular people like me and you. They weren't just these thugs, and these guys had morals, and these guys had loyalty, and these guys, if you were good to them, they were good to you. These guys to this day are, still like this, really tight, love each other. They come from families, and they influence the world. Like we just talked about it. They're still influencing a lot of culture. So I would just want them to get that from it. Like these wasn't just drug dealing hoodlums. These were really, two kids that were really smart from good families that just see the world from a different view. And that's Sockie's point of view. And then just as Lil Zane, I just want people to see, we back, baby. Don't never count us out, baby. We back, baby. Pop your ish, we back. G Unit, green. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, let me go back to Sockie now.
That's all good. It's all
Sockie just feels like watch the show. Thank y'all for watching the show. Get that Stars app. And we glad y'all entertained. And thank y'all for making us the #1 show in the world, #1 show on Stars, man. We appreciate it.
Well, I tell you what, Black Link Magaizne support you all to the core. We love it. Love it. And so you guys, before we get out of here, Lil Zane, tell people how they can reach you on all social media sites. How if they want to book you, how do they reach you?
Man, if you want to book me, you can hit me at the Real Lil Zane Booking, reallilzanebooking.com. You can reach me on social media. Instagram is Lil Zane's World, LILZANES World spelled out. Social media, my Twitter, my Facebook is just Lil Zane on Twitter and Facebook. And like I said, man, you hit me social media. You want a number, like a number.
I can't wait to get you guys on the cover of the magazine coming up when we get that when we all get that connected. You guys will be on the cover. I cannot wait for that. I'm excited about it. Congratulations on the 2nd season and many more to come, because I just feel like, gosh, there's more to tell. There's more to tell people.
And this story, man, like I said, the story's still going now. There's still stories being created. So this is one of them shows that can keep going on forever, man.
On and on. That's right. Well, Lil Zane, again, thank you so much for stopping by. We appreciate you. You guys, we're going to get out of here for now. In the meantime, remember, respect yourself, respect each other. God bless.
Peace.